yet.
The less we do in the beginning, the less I have to audit or edit later, right?
Okay. Go for it.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back. We're coming to you from Knit and Purl, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. My name's Martina, owner of Knit and Purl, and this is...
This is Elaine. Nice to see you again.
I'm Candace. I'm like the loud one.
She's
We'll
always...
see. She's a lot of fun, too. So, all right, so there's nothing like new necessarily to talk about in the shop, right? Do we have anything new?
We have the
We
box
did
from
not do
today.
notes or anything, so we're just kind of flying off the seat of our pants.
Well, you have this
We
new...
have the box from today.
Okay,
You have
so
this-
we
it's-
did get a box of yarn from Juniper Moon Farms called Summer Solstice. It's a sport weight yarn, and it comes in 10 colors, I want to say. I think I got all the colors that were available. And yeah, 295 yards per skein. It's kind of a relative, if you've ever used the Zoe, it's a relative of the Zoe. It's a linen, cotton, viscose, nylon blend. And so it's similar to Zoe, but it has a little sheen to it, and it has little flecks of color, or I would,
Like
I
a little-
call it tweed.
Yeah, tweediness to it.
Kind of a
Yeah.
tweed.
It's pretty.
And at some point, we are planning to do Yume, Y-U-M-E, by Isabel Kramer.
Oh,
Very fabulous.
and it has
Perfect.
multiple options for short sleeve, no sleeve, and
Yes.
long sleeve.
Yes. So perfect for everybody. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So perfect weight top for all year round, at least in our climate, all year round. Or layer something over the top of it if you needed to. So that is new.
Corey?
We do have more yarns coming in the fall. I put in pretty decent order for a few different companies, but they're not available as of yet. So they'll come in and we'll let you know about them as they come in. I did not grab any of it, but we'll show it next time. We'll show it next time with the pattern, support, and all that stuff. And I will link both of them in the notes below. Everything that we talk about, I will try and remember to link everything in the notes below so you have access to everything that we're looking at today. Alright, so I'm going to start with my FOs, at least one of them, and then we can go down the line. So these are my vanilla socks. They're kind of, they're rainbow. So I have Millie Calori Baby here, and then I have the Teeny Weeny Wool, but I think it's the KFI collection. And I have done my cuffs in the gold, so there's my other one here. I've done my cuffs in the gold, and then at my heels and toes I did differently for both socks. So this sock has the green, and this has the purple, and that has like an aqua teal-y blue with an orange toe. So I used up leftovers from another project that we have in the store to make some rainbow socks for my son, and by the time I finish them he has already outgrown them and not sure that he likes how they feel on his feet anyway, so he's a little bit touchy about how his socks feel in his shoes. So these will be store samples. So, and the pattern is just a vanilla sock. I did a looser cuff up here just because he's touchy about his socks, and I know if they were like pulling in at all, he would have a fit. So, yeah, but size 7 women's basically, and it was a 50-gram skein. I used probably about 35 of the 50 grams here, and then I just used a smidge out of the 49-yard little mini balls that they come in. Really, really cute little yarn balls. So that's my first one. Alright. Miss Elaine, you want to show one of yours off?
Well, I'm wearing one. I finished, flip this off. I finished Curlew. I think you saw Candace's last week, and
Oh, you
we
know
had the
what?
same color.
You know what? We
We're
did not
twins.
show last week because we didn't have
The
ours,
week before,
our video.
It was 2 weeks.
So
2 weeks.
I did not show mine.
So
Yeah.
you should go.
Yours
I
was a
can
work
pull
in
mine.
progress the last time
Yeah,
that we.
you
Yes,
see
that's-
it finished.
I will go and grab it.
Yeah.
Grab yours too.
Yeah.
So, here we
Yes.
are,
Gorgeous.
and here's the back, and it's very simple, it's very great, it's a great layering piece.
Mm-hmm.
Now I did mine.
And we are twins.
We did. Aileen and
Twin
I, great
colors.
minds think alike, right? We did the same
Same
colorway.
colors.
Yeah.
And didn't realize it. I thought we had pretty much everybody had a different colorway.
I think everybody did except
Except
for
for
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the two of us.
So I made mine super long. This was started out as an Amy Herzog pattern and heavily, heavily modified. So if you come into the shop, we can hook you up with the mods that we did and you can purchase the original pattern. But yeah,
Yeah.
Love
and if
it.
you order online, just ask for the mods in the notes
Yes.
section when you're checking out, and we'll throw that in the order.
so mine's probably as long as Elaine is tall and it comes almost to my knees. I'm 5'1.5" and maybe 3/4, and comes to my knees, so it will be great for wearing with a pair of leggings. I don't know about you guys, but I like stretchy pants because they're
Yeah.
comfy, and I can throw this on to walk the dog or run down to the restaurant, and
very
it's a
versatile.
really nice, versatile drapey, super
gorgeous.
drapey piece.
Yeah, and that's using Barocco Medina yarn. Barocco Medina, and I'll try and remember to put the colorway in there as well. But I'm linking the project Candace's and Elaine's and myself's project pages to Ravelry. So if you see something that we have on here and I forget to link it, you can look it up on our project pages. I think pretty much everything except for maybe our charity knits are in our project pages, right? Wouldn't you say? Candace. Maybe Candace.
All right,
is not
I'll get on
behaving.
that. I'll try to.
Get
I'll
them
put my
on there.
mods in it tonight.
Get them in
That's right.
there.
Check back tomorrow.
Check on Candace tomorrow.
I am definitely the slacker of the group.
Yes.
Definitely.
And by the way, today is Wednesday, July, sorry, I lost a whole month, July 28th. Just so you know, because most days I have no clue. All right, so we had both of yours finished, right? So I'm going to show my next one. These were in my little baby bag last week. So this is the oatmeal sweater. I will share the link to her store. However, I went in there to link it last time, and she has taken all of her patterns off the web. So I'm not sure what's happening with that, but oatmeal sweater, I will put the link, and maybe you can bug her if you want to see. This is made in Universal Bamboo Pop in the graphite color, and it has little side buttons here for the little baby head to go fit in. And this is a 0 to 3 months, and I made short sleeves instead of the long sleeves. So I just did a few rounds of stockinette, 4 rounds, and then did the ribbing instead of doing the long sleeve. So this is now officially donation sweater. Since the pattern's not available, I can't sell it in the store, so this will go for donation. So very happy with how that one turned out. This is a nice pattern. I don't know why she pulled them, but she has some nice patterns. Miss Elaine?
Okay, well, this is a finished one. This was a knit along. It was Daybreak. Okay, and this was a stash diving yarn that I had, and it's actually probably coming back. It's a Debbie Bliss
Cotton DK.
cotton DK denim.
Yeah.
And it's probably more, well, it's a
heavy DK.
It's a heavy DK to a worsted for patterns. But,
I would say it's a light worsted.
yeah,
Feeling it,
light.
this feels awesome.
And this was finished and thrown in the washer in the dryer for a few minutes and then just laid flat to finish drying, and it just came out, yeah, I think it came out really nice. It looks, it
Came out
feels great.
perfect.
It looks fabulous. I love the color too, the faded gray
Mhm.
denim.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And the stitch definition in that yarn is fabulous. That yarn was originally Debbie Bliss, so hers is Debbie Bliss, and it is now being manufactured by Knitting Fever Incorporation, and it is now branded at Ella Ray yarn. So if you want to find that, it's Ella Ray Denim DK, and they have some really nice colors. Yeah, so we're bringing more colors into the shop. They're on order, probably out on a ship somewhere, but
Get there
they'll have
eventually.
more fun summery colors and great neutrals as well. So we've knit a few things in that and love that yarn. So we're happy someone picked it up because it's a really great yarn. Miss Candace.
So I've been sitting here, you see my face down here, right? And I have no idea what pattern I used for two of my finished objects. No idea. They are
Probably in a
baby
book.
Henleys. I don't even know what yarn this is, but 3 little buttons with a little polo collar.
Cute.
And I did the collar, the facings, and the cuffs were all seed stitch. I know it's like some manner of a cotton blend.
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
This is what
This is why you
WIP
put your
WIP challenges are for.
And
And
that's
this-
why we do project pages, so if we want to reknit it, we know where we've been.
yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, it could be in one of these baby books that we all have on the shelf from when we had little kids in the house.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that I knit these some time ago.
Oh yeah.
Because when I was finishing them, I'm appalled at the interior of my sleeves. All of my seams are horrendous.
So you're not as talented as
Yeah, dude,
you're not.
it's terrible.
Yeah, your skills have grown since then.
There's some serious bulk. Like this one, the raglan is a sewn raglan, so you have to put the sleeves in, and there's so much bulk at the seams. It's appalling.
Yeah.
But
It's cute.
it's kind of cute.
Someone will love it. Are these going in a pot? Or are these donation?
These
What?
are going to donation.
Nice.
So if they can find a home with someone and keep some little dude warm, I'm all for it.
Doesn't matter then.
And then
Cute.
this
Oh, look at
is
this. That's sweet.
a red heart, kind of, probably red heart,
Yeah, looks
Um,
like red heart.
worsted weight with one of those 5.5 hour baby sweaters.
That's so cute.
And then there's no like actual buttonhole, so I just put a little bit of ribbon to
Little
hold it as an
accent.
enclosure.
It is adorable. Adorable.
Those are my FOs for the baby stuff.
Don't we love the little things we can like zip
Dude.
through?
They're so fast.
Yeah.
They're so fast.
Just saying that I'm running out of little things, and now I'm never gonna have anything to show you finished because it is just that. All right. So my
Isn't
next
it?
baby, this came out of the baby bag as well, and this is Anchor Sweater by Petite Knits, and love this. And this was a scrappy sweater, so I used 2 fingerings held double, and I just used 2 together. I would run out of one and replace it with another one, and then run out of the next one and replace it with the next one. So I used up every single yarn, except you can't really tell from here, this bright green. I have used every single other color totally 100%, and I love it.
That was
This
nice
is a
pen.
size 2 to 3, and there's Happy Feet in here from Plymouth. There's Huasco Color from I don't know, I don't remember the
Okay,
manufacturer.
Okay, something.
Or, yeah, and I can't even say it. Araucania.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Tanya, is that it?
Araucania.
Is it?
I think so.
And then there's also some KFI kettle hand dyed in here as well from a shawl. Love this. Love it, love it. So I'll be making more of those. This is for my granddaughter, Annalisa. And I made the 2 to 3. She's about 17 months now, so that'll fit her for hopefully at least a full season. But that was fun. That was a fun knit.
Do you have anything else finished?
Not finished.
Okay, then I'm gonna pop
Go.
these out.
You pop those
Pull out
out.
your goodies.
Last time we got together like this, I pulled up my spinning wheel over here and I showed the yarn on the bobbin, right?
There.
It's done.
So
This
pretty.
is the large skein is a 2-ply. It's the Malabrigo Noob. Okay, so I put the label back on it. And I forgot to count how many wraps before I came off my nitty naughty. So I have no idea how much yardage there is, but then I had a good bit left from when I split the skein. And this one was chain plied. So this one is a 3-ply that I'm going to knit up into a swatch to keep with the spinning fiber that we have out front. This one will be knit into a hat, a winter hat, like just a normal tobogganing cap, like a toque.
Basic.
And I'll have this out here until it gets cold enough that I might need it.
Just steal it back. Yeah.
And then this was just a sample that I spun up of a CVM Rommeldale cross wool, super stretchy, super springy, and that is in a chain ply, 3-ply too.
Beautiful color.
So
yeah, that
you can
purple's
come in and
gorgeous.
check this out, give it a good smush, and see how it started,
Gorgeous.
and follow on the Facebook page for all the pictures
Yeah.
of the entire process.
Yeah, she was good about taking step-by-step photos, so.
Trying to document each progress, right?
Mhm.
You know, and
Yeah.
maybe enter it into my Ravelry stash again. What? You mean actually keep up on those project pages?
Elaine's really good at it, so.
Well, I don't have as many projects as, I'm a little slow.
No,
I don't
that's fine.
believe that.
We do not need that
You
many
actually
projects.
finish things.
Well, we try. We have a bunch that need done.
Yes. All right, so I'm gonna go into one of my projects that I pulled out of the bag in the back. And this is one of my table knits. All right, so this one here is gonna take me a smidge to tell you what's going on. So this lovely sheepy or lammy in the middle is from a pattern called Sweet Sheep. And it is a double knitting pattern. So I'm going to turn it. Good sheep, black sheep, white sheep, black sheep. So we started this a couple years ago, kind of like a keep in touch while you're out of town with one of our snowbirds, with a few of our snowbirds, I should say. And we were supposed to make the scarf that we bought the pattern for. Well, we started. Some of us did not. We all fizzled
Yeah.
out. We should say we all fizzled out. There was about 6 of us and we all fizzled out. 2 of us made it and finished the first sheep. And then decided we didn't like the other sheeps in the pattern. They did not,
They weren't cute.
I don't know why I said sheeps. Sheep. The other sheep in the pattern didn't fit this guy here. So Marilyn has made hers into a hot pad. She used a cotton blend for hers. I used 100% wool for mine. This is Barocco Ultra Wool Fine, and so it's 100% superwash wool. I'm not using it for a hot pad. Okay. So I was brainstorming last week and came up with the idea of picking up around it and turning it into a baby blanket. So that's what I'm in the process of. And I've picked 2 colors of green, and I'm holding them double so they're marled together. Since this is a double knit in fingering, I'm holding the same yarn in the green colors to border around, and I'm just framing it in. So I'm just doing a increase every round, every time I come to the corner on each side. So I'm doing a make one right, knit one, make one left at each corner. And I'm going to just knit every round until I either run out of yarn, the green yarn, or I get to a size that I like. And then I'm going to take what I have left of the white and the gray from the sheep, and I'm going to border some white around and then end with the gray as a ribbed border all the way around. So I'm really enjoying this one at the moment.
It's
Just-
beautiful in person.
Yeah,
You should
it's hard
see
to
it.
see.
I just
It's got like this
love it.
squish factor, right?
Yes, it's definitely a double knit, and I love to double knit, but can't get too many people to join me, so I don't do it very often. I'm loving it. So, and this will go in grandbaby box for if and when we maybe when we have another one. We'll see how that goes.
It'll be done. The 2-year-old to carry around.
Oh, she's got enough blankets.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the box for somebody new.
All right.
She's already a little spoiled by everybody. She don't need any more anything, really.
Well, the first grandchild always
It
is,
is.
right?
Yeah.
And then the other
Yes.
ones get progressively less.
Yes. She's
Although
a
I will say both of my children were heartily spoiled by my in-laws. I mean, big time.
yeah. That's what grandparents are for.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Our
As long
job.
as they're not brats, we're good. Spoiled's fine, brats are not. They were a little bratty.
They still are. You
They
kidding
still have a
me?
little
And
attitude.
23 and 26. If I could turn them over my knee, I probably would.
Can't change them now. It's too late. Too late.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Works in progress. You got anything
You're
to
up.
show?
Oh, I brought one. It's made.
We got two. You got that one.
Came
too.
up to the list. And this is Donner. This was also a knit along that got shoved aside for a while for whatever reason. And this is out of a linen.
This yarn's been discontinued, by the way. So
Of
don't
course
go
it is.
looking for it.
Well, this is what happens when you start.
When
A
we
year
love
or
we
so
love a
ago,
yarn.
And we started
Yeah.
and.
Which
okay.
one was this?
This is the
Lena.
Lena, the Fiber Natural Lena.
Fiber Natural Lena.
Yep.
And so this has been hanging around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have enough to finish, so it's not a problem.
Why would
And
they
so-
discontinue it? It feels
Oh, it's-
divine.
Well, because we like linen, but not a lot of
Yeah,
people are.
and
Linen
Yeah.
can be hard on your hands.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
what I'm doing here is the markers, I'm trying to mark, like, if I work on it, like, like in this week or whatever
Mhm.
time, it's like, this is how far I've
Right.
gotten. So to see something for making progress, because
Right.
we work on multiple things at a time.
Some visual
And
satisfaction.
so this is sort of like the carry along, go in the car, okay, yeah, it's a little side trip or whatever, and I can knit, cause
Mhm.
it's basically a simple
Yeah.
8-row pattern of like knit, pearls, and then yarn over, so.
It's a
it
great
works.
chocolate color.
Yeah.
It really is a great color.
So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, you may see this one done.
Oh, I can't wait.
Hopefully.
I can't wait.
Well,
Yes.
everyone else's is done, but,
Not everyone.
no?
There's still a few
Still
stragglers.
Okay.
That's okay. We finish at our own pace.
That's it.
It's no
And if we
pressure.
Yeah.
if we finished everything that we ever made, first off, our closets would be bursting.
Yeah. We
Second off, we couldn't have a really cool work in progress challenge
That's right.
that spans, several months out of a year with really phenomenal prizes.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And next time we podcast, I'll bring some of those prizes out. It has officially been closed to new participants. You still do have the option though to join us in the Ravelry group and post for a monthly prize. So, if you have a few things that you have finished in the month of July, go ahead and get them entered in our Ravelry group under the WIP Challenge July thread, and we'll probably draw for that next time as well.
Sounds good.
We'll have our winner for that one next time. So, you got a couple more days to get them
Yeah.
in.
yeah,
It'll be
that
closed.
means I actually have to put them all in the group, right? I am the weakest link.
However you get those pictures in there and those baby things will be fine with us.
Listen,
Yeah.
I cannot force people to be organized in Ravelry because I'm barely hanging in there myself.
Organized? What the heck is that?
Well, if you're not sitting there typing and adding in, it means you're doing more knitting.
Yes. Clean your Ravelry closet.
Oh man.
It's
Do
fun.
I?
It's fun when you do it. But you know what? Then I always get behind on it because I just like, I'm a piler, right? So I
Mhm.
have like one spot every single place I go, basically. And so Ravelry is a place I go and I pile. So
Yep.
I'll even mark it finished, but then, and I can walk by that thing 10 times a day and I still don't have a finished photo in there for like a year.
Yeah, easily.
Someone will say,
Easily.
your project isn't finished until you have a photo, and then I'll go through like the whole store and fill in. But yeah, I'm really bad about finished photos. But I'm trying to get better. Especially with this, it's kind of fun to see the finished photo and see it like move itself down out of the WIP row. So that was kind of fun.
Marilyn did a neat thing too. She organized the ones that she has in the WIP for the WIP challenge
Yes,
on her route so that she has. I'm getting the evil eye over it.
Seriously.
Seriously,
You should
Marilyn
do that,
did
Elaine,
it
since
so
you're so
that
organized already.
Marilyn did it.
But
she
you could
did
do
it
it
so
too.
she could just look at her WIPs.
Yes.
She has it organized.
Well,
that
listen,
she just,
in-
the ones
in
that she put in
Ravelry-
for the WIPs, and so she
She
can
is
see
awesome.
Just,
She is
Marilyn
She
did
is
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I aspire to her level of awesome.
I hit the
It'll
cheat
never
button
happen.
at the top. There's a drop down that says WIPs first. That's the button I hit, and they all pop to the
Is there
top.
really?
Yes.
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 It's how you sort
Okay.
them.
Learn something new. I'm like scroll.
Well, no wonder you can't get them
forever
done.
and ever and ever.
Yes. Well,
So
that I
you
figured
have-
out on my own.
You have them in there
Ooh.
by your start date.
I don't know.
Well, check that
Please
out
have
because
them in
that
there.
you'll
Like,
have
I'm
a
lucky if
whole
they're
new
in there.
visual of what's going on in your project page.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, learn something new every day.
Well, I
You
like.
bring it up, we'll fix it for you.
Yes. Elaine will give you
No, who does the
tutorials.
tutorials?
Molly does tutorials normally in Ravelry, but she's not working in store currently, so she's working from home. And
She can Zoom tutorials
but
on
Elaine
Ravelry.
is fabulous with Ravelry tips. I've learned quite a bit just in the last month from
We'll have to have
from Elaine.
Molly do Zoom Ravelry.
She probably could.
She
We'll
could.
ask her if she's
Yeah, she
available.
could do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You could do that on a Zoom.
Don't look at me.
I would imagine because as long as you're all looking at the same thing at the same
and
time.
she can
Mhm.
put her screen up or have it
Yeah.
on. It's-
Right.
So,
Yep.
Right. All right.
we'll have to do.
What's next?
What's next?
Do you have any whips?
Where's your whips? You don't know where
In
they
my
are.
closet. What? No. Never mind. Okay.
Where's
Um,
the whips?
In my closet.
Oh.
So this is my winter speech that I got all of 3 rows done since last time because we have so much going on. But this is such a great pattern. This is an Andrea Mowry. We did it as a knit along here in the shop, and I made one, and it was gorgeous. It's in this beautiful rich brown. It's up behind the camera there, and it found a home really quickly. So Martina has had hers up on the mannequin, and I owe one to the shop. So that's what this is, and it has to keep. I have to buckle down and actually finish it.
Love that
So,
color too.
This
Mhm.
pattern is fantastic. We didn't do any I did not do any modifications. I think Martina shortened her sleeves a little bit to a 3/4 instead of a full length.
It made it a lot longer.
Right.
Like mine comes down below the tush, and Andrea's is like right at
Top
the top of the waistband.
Yeah.
Not quite a crop, but touching the
Right.
band.
Right.
Yeah.
The sweater
And
was
then-
sort of cropped.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is cute on a younger gal.
Absolutely. I am not so young either. So
Looks fabulous on Andrea.
yes.
Yeah.
And we also modified the pockets to pick them all up and knit them down in the round.
Yeah.
And then do a 3 needle bind off at the bottom. We found that it provide a little more structure. And
Elaine wants to show. She's
No.
bugging. Aren't you, Elaine?
Bugging what?
To show the pockets from my sample.
Yeah. You need to, you need to go get your
I know
samples
that
up.
for myself, I need good structure because I actually use my pockets.
And we went down a whole lot of needle sizes, so
We
they're
did.
nice and dense, you're not gonna lose your keys out of them.
Yeah.
Nothing small is
We
gonna
went
fall
down
out. There you
probably
go.
at least 2 needle sizes for
There,
the
they need to see
insides
the
of the
finished-
pockets. I throw my cell phone. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max. It is really big and really heavy. So I need to be able to throw my phone in my pocket when I walk my dog.
All right.
My
so
phone's
this
bigger than my
is
dog.
My Winter's Beach.
Look at
And I'll
that.
show
Isn't
you the
that
pockets.
gorgeous?
Can you see the pocket?
Yeah.
It's a pouch instead of a flap that's sewn down. So it's free, and I'll probably tack the corners in.
I think that's what I did on the other one.
I
I
think
tacked
so.
my corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that they're not quite so free moving.
Yeah.
Just because I will drop my phone out of it.
It makes it so
I
much
love it.
nicer than just a flap
Yeah.
being sewn and pulling the outside.
Right.
Side.
It's a great, and I made my pocket deep enough for my entire hand.
Yeah.
Instead of, and
Yeah,
we
'cause I
went
think-
down needle size in the pocket too, so it's dense.
That will hold. It will. I mean,
Easily.
that's a 6.5 inch, 7-inch phone, and that will easily
Mhm.
tuck into her pocket.
Yeah.
Which was our goal.
Yes. So love
There
this
you
one.
go.
I
It's
would
a
make this one
fantastic
again.
sweater.
Yes.
I
The
chose.
yarn is fantastic.
I chose
just
the
thought we
oatmeal.
need-
This is the Universal Tweed DK Deluxe Tweed DK. This is a fantastic yarn. I have knit with a lot of yarn, and I'm usually a purist when it comes to my wools. I don't like synthetics. I don't really care for superwash. This is a fantastic superwash.
Mhm.
It is absolutely gorgeous. It's smushy. It's got good stretch. It's got good drape. Definitely recommend it.
Yes. Love it. Love, love, love.
I'm glad you're doing that, cause now I can, when you catch up, you can.
Right?
She
We'll
can
be.
join
We'll get to
in.
the same point. It'll be a knit along again.
We'll be
Knit along
knitting
going
along
along
again.
Yes.
When I can't remember how I did the one pocket, you'll be.
That's right.
I'll be watching
Oh.
the video
Together.
together to do the other pocket.
That was another thing that we modified on the first one. Is they do it in the pattern. It calls for a 3 needle bind off at the shoulder. They do it on the
Yeah,
outside.
Oh, yeah.
Most of us switched it to the inside,
Mhm.
just for aesthetics. It looks great either way. Joanne was in today. She has hers on the outside. It looks great. I think most of us just preferred it to do on the inside.
Yeah.
So come on down, check it out. Martinez is still hanging up.
Till
Mine will be in
Candace
the
gets hers
basket.
done.
Yeah, until mine's done.
And
right?
then I'm gonna live in mine. I lived in it for pretty much a few days at home before I brought it back into the shop. And
Yep.
even though it's summer here, it gets cold in the indoors.
Air conditioning.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The air just in my knitting chair, it hits me at like an angle and comes
Yep.
across. So like I have half a frozen body. And so yeah, that really was fabulous, and I could just pull it closed.
Yep.
And yeah, I loved
And
it. Love it. Love it.
It
love
does not have any buttons on the fronts, but you can easily cross the fronts and put a really cool shawl pin through,
Yeah.
or a penannular brooch, or anything really if you want to hold it closed, but I don't think it needs it.
No.
It's just we could
it's
wax
just-
poetic about this sweater, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and the few times that I wore it in store, sold the yarn. So
Yeah.
if you don't know about Knit and Purl, we carry a lot of really affordable yarns. We don't have to be
Big time.
fancy to have fun and have something good quality. So we do carry a lot of the basic brands, and
Definitely a working variety that really suits every budget and most tastes.
Yeah.
You
a
know,
really good blend of fibers and weights, and
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes.
we
And
tend to
then-
be heavy on the fingering and DK
Just
weights,
because
but
of the climate
but-
here.
where we
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Yeah, when your heat indexes are in the triple digits for 3 months out of the year, you really got to cater to that, right?
Yeah.
But for the fall, we are looking at bringing in a little bit more worsted for the later in the season.
Yes, we have some good ones coming in. So, yes. All right. So you showed yours. You have any more whips?
Well, I
There are
have
whips
the
for
sock that I showed.
you
I got a couple more inches on my one sock. You can see how the color changes ran through this skein.
It's fabulous. I
This
love
is
it so much.
the Lang Super Sock. And I do have, starting next week,
You didn't get your color work.
It's right here.
starting next week, I'm doing a knit along here in the shop with a Barocco yarn, modern cotton DK in the solstice tee. And I've finished my sleeves because the sleeves are all of an inch and a half long. It's great. It is great.
Quick.
So I've cast on for my bottom. It's I don't know if you can see it so much against my shirt here, but it's just a couple of inches of a really cute lace.
Yeah.
And then stockinette with the lace at the neck and the sleeves. And there's going to be a little detail here. It's called the solstice tee. And you'll be able to find more information on that in our Ravelry page. I have put up a separate post for the solstice tee. So we're starting that one next week.
Yes.
So this is a work in progress. As a knit along in the shop, it
Right.
does count towards our final total.
There's the
See?
sleeve.
Look how little these sleeves
That's
are.
the gauge.
My goodness.
This is I used my sleeves for my stitch gauge,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's how big the sleeves are.
They're cute.
And the way that they're made is you can absolutely elongate them very easily.
Yeah, because mine
You're just going to
always,
keep going.
I do 3/4 no matter
Yeah,
what I do. So, but yeah.
Usually I prefer, I'm a woman of a certain age. There's some unsightliness going on underneath that arm there. So I usually will like to keep that less conspicuous. I did not this time. So that's where I am with my whips for this week.
Love it. All right, I got one more. One more, which
Wait till you
I
see
am
this.
in love with.
Oh my God, it's making me want to knit this, and I just don't have
time.
the time. My needles are so full.
So this is Miserina.
Oh, this is a Caitlin
Love
Hunter.
It, Caitlin Hunter, Boyland Knits, Boyland Knits.
Look at that. Isn't that stunning?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, you
Love
have
the
to come in
colors.
and see this in person.
Yes, this does not do it
This-
justice.
Not even a little bit.
And we're even in bright lights. Oh, there we go. That's better. At an angle, you get the colors
Yeah.
a little better, but still.
Incredible.
It's squishy. I'm using a laddering technique in here to lock my colors instead of
Look at this.
floats along. Yeah, look at the inside.
Look at her floats. They're immaculate.
Aren't they
I have
pretty?
never seen floats this nice. Ever.
You can see your flower in the opposite. So 4 stitches is the longest any of those go across,
Look
and
at that.
I love it so much, and it fits so great, and the colors are fabulous. This is Malabrigo Arroyo yarn, so it's their sport weight yarn. The pattern calls for a lace weight yarn, but the gauge or not lace weight, fingering weight, but the gauge that I got, when I got gauge in the fingering weight, it was too open and did not care for it. So we swapped up to the sport weight and the Arroyo. This is colors greenish blue is the main color.
And that's actually the name of it, just
Yes.
not just like a descriptor.
That's the color name, greenish blue. And then I have the Archangel as my color work, holding a Barocco Ariel mohair in the burgundy along with that. And I'm in love. So I have knit 4 inches under the sleeves. And then I ran out of my second ball of yarn, so I've now gone to starting my sleeves. So I very much hate is a good word for it, because I really do, sleeves. Like, I need them and I want them, but I don't want to knit them. So, figure if I do my sleeves before I finish my body, then once I'm done. So, good motivation.
Did you start this one on Helix?
Yes. Okay, so I'm also doing, because it's a hand-dyed yarn, I'm also working, the sleeves and the body will be using the Helix method. And so you're using two different skeins, and every other round you're switching skeins. But what you do is you work up to like 3-4 stitches before the next one starts, and you just slip those last few and you pick up the next yarn and go. So you're just going in a spiral, and you don't have any laddering up the inside of your sleeve or the inside of your body. So there's nothing that's going to restrict the stretch or anything in there, because it's it's just a really nice method to use when you're using two or more colors. So you could use that method too with as many colors as you wanted to. If you're doing like a pinstripe garment or whatnot, you could use 10 plus colors if you chose to, and just stop 3 colors before, or 3 stitches before the next one, and slip them. The body also has like 2 options for texture. So I picked the pearl dot texture. It just gives it a really nice interest to it, and it really is interesting to knit. Like, you're not ever bored with it. It's just a really nice repeat that doesn't add any difficulty to it. Like, once you've finished the yoke, all the difficulty is done, and then it's just easy breezy from there with a little bit of interest. So this is so much fun. I just want to work on this all the time and get it done, and I have to hold myself back because I feel like if I came with a finished sweater, everybody would drop out of the knit along.
Well,
No.
yeah, but, I mean, for some people,
Some people
that
it's
would
intimidating,
be
and that's
something.
okay.
They're like, well, what's the point now? You know, it's supposed to be a knit along, right?
That's right. We're supposed to knit it along together, and I am ahead. I'm always like a week ahead of everybody, because during a knit along, you want to know if there's anything coming up in the project that might throw us for a loop or may not be correct or whatever. And so, yeah, we stay a week ahead. But love it. My kitties loved it. Yes. And I can't wait to get back to it. But I'm going to put it away until at least after our knit along on Friday, and then I'll knit on my sleeves again. Love this. Love, love, love. All right. That's all I have. Anything else we want to talk about? I think that's it, right?
I think so.
I mean, we could chitter chatter, but it's late in the evening. It's after the stores close for the day, and we all have people waiting on us for dinner or whatever. So,
Yours ready?
Oh, please,
you got one more.
You want to do this one?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
do that one.
All right. This is a new Noro yarn that Martina brought into the store. Akari. Right now there are 2 colorways, and this is a cow pattern. This is Gusty, and it's by Frog Bond Knits.
Fog bound knits.
And it's in turn. I don't know if they can see it. It's interesting. You do this tube, and she goes through the directions of any gauge, any yarn. You can determine it, and then gives you the calculations as to how to figure out what size this tube is. And after you make this tube, you have these stitches that are still on your needle. So there's no real cutting. And what you do then is you start this triangle by doing increases and then picking up stitches at each end as you go back and forth from the tube. And that's how you get this part of the cow, of this triangle. Then, and I'm almost at that point. I have 4 stitches left from the tube on each side of the center marker. here. And then, once that's done, there is another little section that'll go across the back and fill this back in,
Oh,
okay?
it's like a kind of
And
a
it makes
semicircular.
another sort of semicircular, I don't know if you can
Show it.
see it. Right here, you can see it makes that other section, and once again, that's done without cutting your yarn.
So this is,
The construction is really
It's
neat,
really interesting.
and this yarn.
It's really nice.
really
I'm
smushy.
oh, yes. And so, and it's a quick knit because this is,
It's a
the
worsted,
embroidery.
and I'm gonna say that's a heavy worsted, maybe into an Aran.
Well, it's a
because
thick and thin too.
it's yeah, it does have a thick
Yeah.
and thin to it, but it has a great feel to it.
It's really nice.
Right now, there's just the two colorways that are in,
Right, in
um,
stock.
but this is, I think it's gonna be real nice. It's gonna be just a nice thing to throw on,
Yeah.
keep your neck warm.
This would be a
and-
great present.
Yes,
Think about
great Christmas
gift
gift.
giving.
Great Christmas gift. And you can decide how, if you want this to be like more open, tighter, it's
Right.
up to you as to, you just work your gauge and she gives you the information to figure out, how many stitches to cast on for the tube section.
And
This-
one skein is enough to
It's
make
like-
the entire cowl.
Right.
And
And I
looking
think-
at this, we all have, I mean, a lot of us down here have relatives that are still back up north. That will be
Perfect,
amazing,
yes.
because
Yeah.
I still own my peacoat from living up there in the
Yeah.
cold, right? And, a peacoat has a deep neck until you
Any
flap the collar over, right?
Right.
That would be perfect. I mean,
Any
perfect.
V-neck, any deep V
Yeah.
coat where you don't,
Or
where
you
you're
don't zip it
exposed.
all the way, and
Yeah.
you just show off all that beautiful, right?
Yeah.
That is absolutely lovely.
Well, walking the dog, even here, with a sweater and that over the top and some mitts and
Absolutely.
a hat.
Mhm.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, because it
And
does
it-
get in the 20s
and it's a
sometimes
quick-
here
it's
at
quick.
night.
It's
Yeah.
been a quick knit, so hopefully you
Yeah.
have it done by next week, or next time we get together.
Oh, that would be
You can see it
fantastic.
finished.
Yeah.
You can see it on her. Wash, block,
That's
and worn.
It'll be hanging in the shop for everybody to see.
come and feel.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, the yarn is
Yeah.
just, it has a
Loving the
nice
new
hand
Noro.
feel too.
Yeah.
It's soft, it's not, I haven't, a lot
Yeah.
of times I criticize Nora because of the debris in it, I haven't found anything in it.
No, they've really changed. I don't know if they changed mills or what happened, but
Yeah.
Noro is being processed totally different than it
Different.
was even 5 years ago. So
I'm gonna,
3
Com-
years maybe.
I will completely concur, because there was a time that I avoided Noro because
Yeah.
it felt itchy and scratchy and just uncomfortable.
Until you.
Great colors, but
Right.
you had to wash it 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
before it really softened up.
Yeah.
And
You had
you
to
know,
use it.
yeah,
It was a yarn
Yeah.
that you had to
Kinda like-
use, you had to wear, you had to wash it, yeah.
a linen,
Right.
but it wasn't a linen content, right?
Right.
It was kind of stiff, kind of.
It's hard
This
on
stuff
your
is
hands.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
There's
Yeah.
people that's the only thing they knit with. And,
Yes,
I mean, a lot of them,
absolutely.
but-
I mean, the colors are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous
love the
colors.
colors.
We've made a lot of things with the Noro in the last few years. It's
Yeah.
just really stepped up
Mm-hmm.
to a really, really lovely yarn in every single thing that I've seen. I mean, I would carry the super bulky if we had a call for it here because it's just yummy.
Yeah.
Really, really nice yarn. So
Yeah, but for
Yeah.
an area that barely hits the low 30s for like a week out of the year, it just doesn't call, right?
right, yeah. So it doesn't work for us, but love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Look forward to seeing what they come out with next. So good. All right, everybody. We're gonna head home, have some dinner, spend time with the family.
See
Do
you
we
in a couple
have
of
to?
weeks.
Well, I
We could
can't
just-
make you drive that way.
Wherever you drive to.
I know where I'm going.
Right?
I know.
Yep. All right,
Somebody's
everybody.
probably
Have a
sitting
great
there going,
night.
where is he?
We'll see you in a few weeks.
Because that's not weird at all, right?